A car rental owner in Dubai just told me he lost $12,000 in bookings last month. Not because his cars weren't good, not because his prices were too high, but because he was asleep when customers messaged him on WhatsApp. But here's what nobody tells you about AI sales agents. You don't need to hire developers or pay $500 a month for software. I built one in n8n that checks real inventory and closes deals and even handles booking changes completely free. And I'm going to show you the exact workflow step by step in the next 12 minutes. I've spent the last 3 months testing AI agents for real businesses, and this is the only setup that actually works without hallucinating fake availability. Let's build it. Before we dive in, if you're serious about automating your business with AI, hit that subscribe button right now. I share workflows like this every week, completely free templates, no fluff. You're literally one click away from getting notifications when I drop the next automation that could save you thousands. All right, let's get to work. I want to show you how this works in action. We're going to start by sending this message. Hey, I'm looking for a car to rent this weekend. What do you have available? Watch what happens. The AI agent responds instantly. Of course, we have a phenomenal selection ready for you. It lists the Lamborghini Huracan, the BMW M4 Competition, and the Range Rover Vogue. Notice, it's asking for the exact dates. The AI knows it can't book anything without checking availability first. So I reply, I want the BMW M4, and it says, excellent choice. The BMW M4 Competition is a truly thrilling machine. But again, it's smart. It doesn't just say, yeah, it's available. It asks for the start and end dates. I type January 17th to 18th. Now watch this. The agent checks the Google Sheet in real time. It comes back and says, great news. The BMW M4 is available from January 17th to 18th. Here's a summary. Car, BMW M4. Dates, January 17th to 18th. Total price, $600. Notice the math. $300 per day times 2 days equals $600. The AI used the calculator tool to figure that out. It didn't guess. Confirm why yes. Now it asks for my name. I type Mustafa Salehi and boom, confirmed. Let me show you the Google Sheet. See that? A new row just appeared. My name, my WhatsApp number, the car ID, start date, end date, status is confirmed, and the total price is $600. But here's where it gets really impressive. I send another message. I change my mind. Please change it to the 15th to 16th. The AI doesn't create a new booking. It updates the existing one. Of course, consider it done. Your booking has been updated. New dates, January 15th to 16th. Your booking ID remains the same. Look at the sheet again. Same row, same booking ID, but the dates changed. No duplicate entries, no confusion. This is a real sales agent. All right, now let's dive in and see how I built this workflow. Before we get into n8n, I need to explain something. Instead of using the native WhatsApp node, which requires a ton of setup with your Facebook business account and meta verification, we're using a service called Twilio. It's way simpler. Twilio acts as a middleware that gives you WhatsApp API access without all the headaches. So first, go to twilio.com, sign up or log in. Once you're in, click on messaging in the left sidebar, then click send a WhatsApp message. We're using their sandbox environment for this tutorial. It's completely free for testing. Click on sandbox settings. You'll see a message that says join, followed by a unique code, something like join sandbox summer. Copy that, open WhatsApp on your phone, send that message to the Twilio number. This connects your WhatsApp number to the Twilio sandbox. Now you can test the API for free. All right, back to n8n. Click the plus button, search for webhook, hit enter. A webhook node appears, double-click it, change the method from get to post. You can rename the path to something like WhatsApp incoming messages if you want. Now copy the production URL, not the test URL, the production one. Go back to Twilio, scroll down to when a message comes in, paste that URL there. Make sure it's in the first field, not the status callback URL. Click save. That's it. Your webhook is now listening for incoming WhatsApp messages. Next, we need to reply to customers. click the plus button in n8n, search for Twilio, select the node, click Send Message. For the resource, select SMS. I know it sounds weird, but that's how Twilio handles WhatsApp too. Set the operation to send, then toggle on Send to WhatsApp. Now you need to add your Twilio credentials. Click Create New Credential. Go back to Twilio, click on Account, then Account Dashboard. You'll see your account SID and auth token. Copy the SID, paste it into n8n, copy the auth token, paste it, click Save, done. For the from field, we're using a code expression. Open the webhook node, see all that data, look at the body section. There's a field called to, that's the Twilio number, and from, that's the customer's number. The format looks like this: WhatsApp plus 12345678990. We need to split that string at the colon and grab the second part, the actual phone number. So in the from field of the Twilio node, paste this expression, WhatsApp webhook.item.json.body.to.split in quotes, then brackets 1, that grabs the second part after the colon. For the to field, same thing, but use from instead of to. This sends the message back to the customer. Alright, webhook is receiving messages, Twilio is sending replies. Now we need the brain, the AI agent. Click the plus button, search for AI agent, select it, change the prompt type from connected chat trigger to define below. For the user prompt, I'm keeping it super simple. Just paste this. Client's message, then an expression that pulls the message body from the webhook. That's it. The magic happens in this system prompt. I'm giving this whole workflow to you for free, so you'll get the exact prompt. But let me explain the key parts. First, we inject context. The AI needs to know 3 things automatically: the client's phone number, today's date, and a unique booking ID. We're generating all of that dynamically using n8n expressions. The phone number, same split logic we used before. The current date, we use now.format. The unique booking ID, we combine today's date with a random 3-digit number. This ensures every booking gets a unique ID. In the system prompt, I've also told the AI to never do math in its head. It must use the calculator tool. And it can't book a car without calling the check availability tool first. Set max iterations to 10. This prevents the AI from getting stuck in a loop. Now connect the AI model. I'm using OpenRouter as a middleware to access Gemini 2.5 Pro. You can use OpenAI or Anthropic directly, but OpenRouter gives you more flexibility. Click the plus button under Model. Search for OpenRouter Chat Model. Add your API key, select Google/Gemini 2.5 Pro from the model dropdown. Done. Next, memory. The AI needs to remember previous messages. Click the plus button under Memory, select Window Buffer Memory. For the session key, use the customer's phone number. This keeps each customer's conversation separate. I added +20 to the phone number during testing, just so I could reset the memory easily. You don't need that in production. Alright, now the tools. The AI needs 4 tools to work properly: Fleet Inventory, check availability, create or update booking, and Calculator. Click the plus button under Tools. Search for Google Sheets tool, select it. You'll need to connect your Google account. If you're not sure how to do that, I've linked an official tutorial in the description below. It walks you through the OAuth setup, step by step. Once connected, set the operation to get rows. Select your spreadsheet. In my case, it's called WhatsApp Sales AI Agent. Choose the fleet sheet. Set the tool description to automatic. This lets the AI figure out when to use it. Add another Google Sheets tool. Same setup, but this time select the bookings sheet. This is for checking availability. Add a third Google Sheets tool. This one's different. Set the operation to append or update row. Select the bookings sheet. Choose map each column manually. Set the matching column to booking ID. Now how enable all the column mappings? Click the button that says use AI to fill these fields. This tells the AI what data to insert: booking ID, customer name, WhatsApp number, car ID, start date, end date. status and total price. If you're enjoying this tutorial and finding it helpful, do me a favor and smash that like button. It helps the algorithm show this to other business owners who need it. Seriously, it takes 1 second and it makes a huge difference. Last tool, the calculator. Click the plus button. Search for calculator. Add it. No configuration needed. The AI will call this automatically when it needs to multiply the daily price by the number of days. That's it. Connect everything. Webhook to AI agent to Twilio. Activate the workflow. Now test it. Send a message to your Twilio WhatsApp number. Watch the execution panel. You'll see the AI call the fleet tool, then the availability tool, then the calculator, and finally the create booking tool. If you want the full workflow, the complete system prompt, we're going to the Google Sheets template. Everything is available for free. Just click the link in the description. It'll take you to a Gumroad page. Since it's free, just enter 0 for the price and download everything instantly. You now have a real AI sales agent that works 24/7, checks real inventory, closes deals, and handles updates. No monthly fees, no developers, just an n8n and a little bit of setup. If you build this, tag me on Twitter or LinkedIn. I want to see what you create. And if you have questions, drop them in the comments. I read every single one. This automation workflow is a game changer, no doubt. But if you're serious about generating more revenue with AI, take a look at the video on the end screen. It covers another powerful strategy that can take your business to the next level. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Click it now. See you in the next video.